FCC Element 3 Question Pool. Effective July 1, 2023 to June 30, 2027. Subelement G1. Commission's Rules. 5 exam questions, 5 groups. G1A. General Class Control Operator Frequency Privileges. Primary and Secondary Allocations. G1A01C. 97.301D. On which HF and/or MF amateur bands are there portions where general class licensees cannot transmit? A. 60 meters, 30 meters, 17 meters, and 12 meters. B. 160 meters, 60 meters, 15 meters, and 12 meters. C. 80 meters, 40 meters, 20 meters, and 15 meters. D. 80 meters, 20 meters, 15 meters, and 10 meters. G1A02B. 97.305. On which of the following bands is phone operation prohibited? A. 160 meters. B. 30 meters. C. 17 meters. D. 12 meters. G1A03B. 97.305. On which of the following bands is image transmission prohibited? A. 160 meters. B. 30 meters. C. 20 meters. D. 12 meters. G1A04D. 97.303 H. Which of the following amateur bands is restricted to communication only on specific channels, rather than frequency ranges? A. 11 meters. B. 12 meters. C. 30 meters. D. 60 meters. G1A05A. 97.301D. On which of the following frequencies are general class licensees prohibited from operating as control? Operator. A. 7.125 MHz to 7.175 MHz. B. 28.000 MHz to 28.025 MHz. C. 21.275 MHz to 21.300 MHz. D. All of the above. G1A06C. 97.303. Which of the following applies when the FCC rules designate the amateur service as a secondary user on a band? A. Amateur stations must record the call sign of the primary service station before operating on a frequency assigned to that station. B. Amateur stations may use the band only during emergencies. C. Amateur stations must not cause harmful interference to primary users and must accept interference from primary users. D. Amateur stations may only operate during specific hours of the day, while primary users are permitted 24-hour use of the band. G1A07D. 97.305 A. On which amateur frequencies in the 10-meter band may stations with a general class control operator transmit? CW emissions? A. 28.000 MHz to 28.025 MHz only. B. 28.000 MHz to 28.300 MHz only. C. 28.025 MHz to 28.300 MHz only. D. The entire band. G1A08B. 97.301B. Which HF bands have segments exclusively allocated to amateur extra licensees? A. All HF bands. B. 80 meters, 40 meters, 20 meters, and 15 meters. C. All HF bands except 160 meters and 10 meters. D. 60 meters, 30 meters, 17 meters, and 12 meters. G1A09C. 97.301D. Which of the following frequencies is within the general class portion of the 15-meter band? A. 14,250 kHz. B. 18,155 kHz. C. 21,300 kHz. D. 24,900 kHz. G1A 10D. 97.205 B. What portion of the 10-meter band is available for repeater use? A. The entire band. B. The portion between 28.1 MHz and 28.2 MHz. C. The portion between 28.3 MHz and 28.5 MHz. D. The portion above 29.5 MHz. G1A 11B. 97.301. When general class licensees are not permitted to use the entire voice portion of a band, which portion of the voice segment is available to them? A. The lower frequency portion. B. The upper frequency portion. C. The lower frequency portion on frequencies below 7.3 MHz and the upper portion on frequencies above 14.150 MHz. D. The upper frequency portion on frequencies below 7.3 MHz and the lower portion on frequencies above 14.150 MHz.